It's time now for a look latest in local news. In the news, District Attorney Keith Higgins announcing the entry of guilty pleas in 2 vehicular homicide cases on April 8th. Madison and Culpepper, age 24, from Glenn County, pled guilty to homicide by vehicle in the first degree and hit and run, both felonies. Charges stem from an incident that occurred on February 3rd. On that date, Culpepper was at her brother's residence on Lakes Drive in Brunswick, Georgia, for a Super Bowl party. Culpepper was consuming alcoholic beverages at the party, had been drinking earlier that day at a bar. Later that evening, Culpepper left the party and drove a vehicle east, left the party and drove a vehicle east on Lakes Drive. Where on Lakes Drive, Culpepper crossed into the westbound lane of travel and struck 15-year-old Jacob Butts of Brunswick, Georgia, as he was skateboarding on that side of the road. Butts was slammed into the windshield of the vehicle, vaulted over it, and came to rest in a ditch beside the road. Culpepper failed to stop after the crash and continued driving to Baumgardner Road on Georgia Highway 520, where she was involved in a head-on collision with another vehicle. At the scene of the second collision, Culpepper was arrested, transported to Glenn County Detention Center, where a breath test showed her blood alcohol concentration was 0.22. Butts died at the scene. The incident was investigated by both the Glenn County Police Department and the Georgia State Patrol Specialized Collision Reconstruction Team. Following entry of the guilty plea, Judge Stephen Scarlett sentenced Culpepper to 15 years, 8 years to serve in prison, with the remainder to be served on probation for the homicide by vehicle charge and 5 years to serve in prison for the hit-and-run charge. On the same date, Austin Blake Moore, age 20, pled guilty to homicide by vehicle in the first degree and serious injury by vehicle, both felonies. Charges stem from an incident that occurred during the early morning hours of May 12th at approximately 0:23 hours. Officer Dumas was running stationary radar at U.S. Highway 520 and West Flanders Drive in Glenn County. Moore and another individual were racing their vehicles along the roadway, and the officer clocked the vehicle speeds at 103 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. Officer turned on his lights and siren to pursue the vehicles. Moore attempted to flee, making a sharp turn onto Ratcliffe Road, ultimately hitting a wooden fence and crashing his vehicle. One of the vehicle passengers, 14-year-old Kylie Burgess, died at the scene, and the other passenger, Armin Jordan, then 18 years old, suffered multiple facial fractures and was airlifted to the University of Florida Shands Hospital. Following the entry of guilty plea, Judge Stephen Kelly sentenced Moore to 15 years with 8 years to serve in prison, the remaining 7 years on probation for the homicide by vehicle charge. For the serious injury by vehicle charge, Moore was sentenced to 15 years to be served concurrent with the first charge, 8 years to serve in prison, followed by 7 years probation. District Attorney's Office also reminding everyone that Crime Victims' Rights Week is set for April 14th through the 30th, and here in Wayne County, the program will be held on Monday, April 25th, from 5:30 to 6:30 at Courtroom C at the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, located at 266 East Walnut Street in Jesup. Public invited to attend. Again, this was originally established by President Ronald Reagan. Project has grown in its efforts to educate communities about the effects of victimization and the need for services for those affected by crime. Once again, Crime Victims Week set for the week of April 24th through the 30th, and the program of Wayne County is set for April 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 at Courtroom C at the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, located at 266 East Walnut Street here in Jesup. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, this is an election year, and statewide Governor Brian Kemp, seeking re-election, has to win the Republican primary in May before turning his attention to November, looking to defeat Stacey Abrams for a second time. Primary date is May 24th, and Kemp has opposition from David Perdue. The statewide poll will still have Kemp with a more than a double-digit lead in the Republican primary, which once again is set for May 24th. Early voting begins May 2nd, runs up until Friday, May 20th, with 2 Saturday early voting days, Saturday, May 7th, and Saturday, May 14th. Locally, we have contested school board races and contested county commission races. We'll be interviewing the candidates on the Butch and Bob Show this Thursday. School board candidate Tina Mosley will be in studio. She's seeking the school board seat in District 5, currently held by Chairman Nick Ellis. Only other contested school board races in District 2 between incumbent Bruce Harris and Kelvin Mock. Only one commission race uncontested, that is incumbent Kevin McCreary in District 2. In District 1, incumbent Herschel Harris not seeking another term. In the race, there are 3 candidates all on the Republican ballot. They are Mike Gordon, Brian Griffiths, and Stephen Jones. In District 3, where Mike Roberts has opted not to seek another term, 4 Republican candidates. They are Larry Brantley, Tim Hopkins, Morris Melvin, and Corbett Nichols. In District 4, The race will be decided in November, as there's one Democratic candidate, the incumbent James Thomas, and there's one Republican candidate, that's Fred Anderson. Again, that race will be decided in November. In District 5, round 2 of the now incumbent Kathy Keith versus Jamie Hickox in District 5, both on the Republican ballot, and that race will be decided on May 24th. If you're not registered to vote, you have up until Monday, April 25th to do so. If you've changed your name or your address since you last voted, I ask you please update your file by coming into the registrar's office and filling out a change of address form. You can also go online with your driver's license at www.mvp.sos.ga.gov to register to vote, update your name or address, view your precinct or polling place, and view a sample ballot on the candidates who are running for office in your voting district. Redistricting changes have only changed the voting districts. Your county precinct and polling place has not changed. You'll continue to vote at the same polling place on Election Day, May 24th, as you have been voting in the past, although you'll be voting at the same polling place. Your ballot will reflect any voting district changes, such as candidates for county commission and school board. Precinct cards are expected to be sent out, which will indicate the voting school district changes. Again, the advanced voting location for the May 24th primary will be the Hall Richardson Recreation Center, 644 North 4th Street in Jesup. Once again, early voting begins on Monday, May the 2nd, and runs through Friday, May 20th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Advanced voting will also be held on Saturday, May 7th and Saturday, May 14th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. again at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in the news, the Wayne County Board of Education has a work session this coming Tuesday, April the 12th at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. On the agenda, under items of business, a COVID update on the capital outlay projects. Also to discuss the Board of Education professional development, facilities usage, public safety, Safe Kids program, prom weekend, all to be discussed. Also under financial management, the fiscal year 23 budget considerations. Under resolutions and recognitions, the Georgia Beta Club Junior Division, Martha Puckett Middle School 8th grader Jack Ellis will be recognized as the National Junior Beta Club State President. Once again, that meeting is set for tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. Wayne County Historical Society holds its April meeting Tuesday, April 14th at Captain Joe's Restaurant. Guest speaker for the meeting will be author of books for children and adults, Pamela Barr Mueller. Miss Mueller has won many awards for her writing, including 3 Georgia Author of the Year awards. Her books Neptune Honor, An Angry Drum Echoed, and Lady Unveiled all have ties to our area. Neptune's Honor and An Angry Drum Echoed have been used by teachers in the Wayne County school system during the study of local history. The story of Catherine Green Miller, Lady Unveiled, has ties locally to the Green family of Wayne County. Once again, this program is set for this Thursday. The program begins at 7. Dutch Street Meal begins at 6. And Captain Joe's Restaurant is the location. Tickets still on sale for the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce's post-legislative luncheon. That'll take place on Tuesday, April the 19th from 11:30 to 1 at Coastal Pines Technical College. Tickets are $25 for chamber members, $35 for non-members. Everyone's invited to come listen to what our local state delegation feels took place at the legislative session. On hand will be State Senator Blake Tillery, State Representatives Stephen Meeks and Bill Workhauser. If you need ticket information, call the Chamber 427-2028. And that's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan's have a great day.